Kings and queens, your majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you loving yourself and all this like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support to give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my esteemed subscribers. You are loved, celebrated, and of course appreciated. So Traoré gave reasons why, he had involved FASO's children in military training, just like China and North Korea. I think I brought that information here when it started because it was a month program for these children, and time came for them to end this program. And the president, of course, was there, and there was something he said to these children, and they gave us the reason why he wanted this for these children. When this was ongoing, that was when, there was plans put in place to ban that activist writing different article, left, right, center, accusing Traoré and his government of, doing some negative things towards children. And when that happened, I think when I brought the information here, even some of you were saying that Traoré shouldn't have involved the children in military, that it was not right. Yes. So some Africans, like I said, were not happy that Traoré had involved the children into this, exposing them into this. But I think this is for the best because we are living in a world where anything can happen at any point. When these children have the know-how of how to protect themselves, to defend themselves, there's nothing wrong with it. Let's listen to IBRAHIM Traoré himself speak, and we'll take it up from there.
Traoré has just shocked the world. 60,000 students in Burkina Faso have been called to build their nation with their own hands. From August to September, these young people left their homes, their families, and even their phones behind for 1 month of what the government calls the National Patriotic Immersion. This isn't a summer camp, it's a mission. Every morning they rise with the flag, sing the anthem, and train side by side, learning discipline, teamwork, and sacrifice. By day, they repair village schools, clear paths for water during floods, and work on community projects that bring hope to forgotten places. At night, they share meals, exchange stories, and form bonds across regions and ethnic groups that were once divided. Some students dream of becoming entrepreneurs. Others want to protect their homeland, but all are united by one goal: to give their strength back to Burkina Faso. The challenges are real. Heavy rains, flood camps, food shortages slow the work, and fear sometimes creeps in. But instead of quitting, these students adapt, building chairs when none are available.
I am very moved this morning to see you and to realize that in just 10 days, you have learned many civic, patriotic, and military values. Congratulations to you. I am very much pleased that you were indeed able to take 10 full days out of your valuable vacation time to learn something truly practical as well as fundamental values. This is exceptionally important for us, and I can confidently tell you that you are the very first graduating class of a small yet significant part of a much larger program that will very soon involve our entire educational system. And we hope that next year we will be able to start this program. It is very important for us to prepare you. You are the future of our nation. Today Burkina is at war, but the war will soon be over, and it is you who will build our country. No one will come from elsewhere to build it. It is up to you. It is your responsibility to build the country. And it was necessary to start preparing you from now on. It is all the more true that our duty is to see you grow up in the best possible conditions, to make sure you have enough to eat, that you can study properly in a healthy and safe environment. But it is also imperative for us to prepare you so that you will not be weak men tomorrow. Because if you live in abundance and do not understand the realities of life, you may become weak men, and weak men inevitably create times of war again. We do not wish that for you, and that is why we must prepare you to face life. Life is not always rosy. You have learned many things there. Sitting on the ground, eating with your classmates, these are two important values you are learning. Solidarity, but also humility. And that matters a lot in your life. Today, you were able to live together for these 10 days. You learned to be supportive, and that is all we ask of a Burkinabe. Integrity, solidarity is also a part of it. If you are not supportive of your classmates, you are not truly acting with integrity either. So always learn to be supportive, to share, and to love your neighbor. It is through love and unity that we will be able to build our Burkina Faso. And I hope you have learned this very well during your 10-day camp. Very happy for you. I would also like you to understand that what you learned there is that you can't always do whatever you want. Everything is done with discipline, isn't it? If you do or say whatever you want without considering the person next to you, I don't think you'll be able to be together. So living in society means always taking your neighbor into account, considering the person next to you, and not just doing or saying whatever you want under the pretense of being free. That is not living together.
All right, Your Majesties, we've listened to Traoré. There are words that keep echoing: solidarity, humility, discipline, integrity, the love of neighbor, discipline. These are the words that echoes from the speech of Traoré. Now, when a person have these qualities, that person grows to become a responsible human being. Okay? And that's why he said, we prepare you so that you do not become weak men. It is only weak men that have the opposite of that which was listed. But strong, great men have all these qualities lifted: solidarity, humility, integrity, discipline, the love of neighbor. Your Majesties, these are the reasons why Traoré decided that he will involve these children from this tender age. It's not because Traoré is trying to train terrorists or trying to train people who will become a pin on the neck of the nation tomorrow. No. He wanted them to be independent in reasoning and in every ramification. That is the reason why he have these children at heart. He knows that these children are the future, and that is why he invested in that way with these children. And this would never be left out of the memory of these children till they leave this physical plane. That which they had done while they were together in this camp. And then those who would not understand the motive behind will go about saying that, taking advantage of the children or taking the rights of the children. What is right? When you think you are so free, you do whatever you want to do, like he said towards the ending. You need to be disciplined. Know that every action of yours has a reaction. If every youth in the continent grow in this manner, understand, be responsible, be sincere, the love of neighbor, it's solidarity and everything. We'll have youth who will be the better leaders of tomorrow. I keep saying it here, and if you will bear me witness, I keep saying it here. All these leaders we have in the continent, right? Especially these great-grandfathers of ours, grandfathers of ours, uncles of ours, who we feel or claim are not doing fine. These people are not, they didn't throw them from any planet to us. They are living with us here. They agree. They were born here. Their parents, in short, everything about their life started here, right? We see them. We know who their parents are. We know who their relatives are. That is to say, they are from amongst us. If we have leaders who are corrupt today, who are puppets today, deliberately on their own doing it, that shows how the society is. That shows how the families are. That shows who we are. Our leaders are like the image of who we are. If we claim that our leaders are not doing well, then we have to sit tight as parents in terms of discipline. Okay? In terms of inculcating the right knowledge to the children that we have. It's not just by giving birth to children. How responsible are you towards those children you have? Sometimes this doesn't come to mind. We just want to be pushing out these children, push them out. We don't care how they think about the society. What do they think about the society? How do they love their neighbor? Are they sincere? Can they be trusted? Okay? We don't inculcate all these virtues to these children and try to correct the vices which they might have picked while they were growing up. And they will want to have a better tomorrow. No. If the society is bad, it is because the family was bad. So the leaders we have today shows that something was wrong with the upbringing. Something was wrong with the upbringing. And that's why I keep telling you here that our educational system, our family life, everything about Africa was affected when the white man got involved. You see? So those days, our parents and grandparents were thinking that they were doing the right thing. Now, Leopold was not stupid to have told his missionaries to tie the children in the churches, the children and the women. They should be tied in the churches. And then the men will be tied in the farms where they harvest rubber for his people. So there was nothing good that was given to these children or their parents. You see the reason why we now have the kind of children we have these days? You see the reason why we have the older youth that we have in the continent? Because their parents were not even given the opportunity to even be parents enough to them. They learned from their own parents that the best thing is to just be pushing your children to church. Church is the best place. Go to church. It is from there they indoctrinate these children what they need to work for out of integrity and solidarity. They don't do it because they tell them that God, leave everything to God. God will fight your battle. Sit down, just be praying. Miracle will happen. We don't have people that fight for the right thing. We now have people that were dependent on Europe and America. And that is why we have leaders today. Any little thing they run to Europe, they see Europeans as gods and goddesses. The moment they call them, just a ring, they begin to run, their legs will touch their head. This is how our leaders does, right? The moment they are invited, they leave everything they do and fly to France, fly to America, fly to any part where they ask them to come. And they are okay when they pack all of them inside one buses. This is the reason why we have the kind of leadership that we have in the motherland. Because it has affected the psychology, the training, the upbringing that was received in connection with these white men and women who were involved in Africa. Europeans who were involved in Africa. It affected, it damaged the brains of our great-grandparents and grandparents. So what Traoré is doing is to repair that which was destroyed. Okay? This is how we should have been from the beginning. Like from a child, a young age, you understand what integrity is. You understand what discipline is. Understand what the love of neighbor is. Understand what hard working is. Understand what humility is. Be truthful and work, with all your heart. So I see nothing wrong with Traoré involving these children in these military skills and inculcating all this discipline in these children. There's nothing wrong with it. If you see something wrong with it there, you still leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section. And then I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive, always your majesties. Bye for now.